Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today TV. For a very long while now, the clergymen in Nigeria, particularly from the Christendom, have always been looking at Nigeria in a different perspective, always putting Nigeria in the light of God's word or how they want Nigeria to look like. But it looks like this time around, they have decided to call a spade and decide to let Nigerians know exactly what they're in for. Well, before we go into the newspaper to find out exactly what is going on, especially when it comes to the issue of Nigeria and how valued the lives of Nigerians are, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Many thanks to you all for keeping faith with us, and a Merry Christmas to you. Well, let's go straight into the news of the day. Pastor David Abiome of the Salvation Ministries have decried the state of insecurity under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Abiome lamented that the Buhari-led government has allowed cows to have more value than human lives. He disclosed this while addressing his members in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, on the topic divine protection. The preacher noted that human wickedness was on the increase due to the love for money. Some people will just, I quote him, says some people will just sit at home, some people will just sit down and scheme to just bring another person down. The love of money has increased, so people want to do anything to have it. So human life is of no value. That is why you need protection, especially this part of the world like Nigeria, where people value cows more than humans. In Nigeria, a cow is more important than a human being. That is how funny the government of Nigeria is, where cows are of more value or of more value than human beings. Abiome also lamented that no Boko Haram member has ever been convicted. And that's actually true. I have not seen one Boko Haram member or one Boko Haram man convicted. Not one. Have you heard anyone convicted? So who is behind it? You better answer it. That is the level of wickedness everywhere. Are you saying that they don't know them? Why is it that one person has not been caught and convicted? We are privileged to hear things from the military men, which I might not be able to say on the altar, but by the position of my calling, I hear from the military. If you say you want to go against the Boko Haram, you may be the victim they want to come against. You know, in the military, you don't talk, else you will be court-martialed. It is a very funny country, he said. Now, this is quite sad. When it comes to the issue of, in this part of the country, this part of the world, rather, in Africa, we value, after God, we value the men of God. Their words, they're like laws. In fact, there's this belief system we have in this part of the world, in Africa, in Nigeria in particular. If not for the political standing of the president, after God, is actually the man of God, the generals. Because technically speaking, the presidents will come and go. They stay for 4 years, max 8 years, which is 2 tenures. But these general overseers have, built some sort of an empire, where people see them because they pray for people. More often than not, they make prophecies, declarations, it stand because they've got spiritual authority. All right, they make decrees to come to pass. Even if it's not supposed to, there's this authority they know they have, they use. So more often than not, even political authorities, so to speak, try to tread carefully with them. And sometimes, even before the politicians get into position of power, they usually pay them courtesy visit. What's the Lord saying about this? Can I get your blessings? And because they have the mindset of their own, and they have very large followership. So yes, technically speaking, they may have opportunity, or they may have this classified information that most Nigerians don't have, because they see them as the oracle of God. Okay, and you cannot be wrong. You're not totally far from it, because these guys, most often than not, they try to stay away from politics. They try as much as they can, but if you pinch them, if they talk, not only will they talk, their members will also talk. So it's something that most politicians very carefully, they deliberately stay away from the lines of pastors, because they have a large followership that if you don't want yourself dragged out as a politician, don't match their toes. Apart from physically dragging out, they have this way of always, spiritually controlling the realm of the physical, that what should have ended in your favor will end up coming against you. So they're now saying, look, we have prayed enough. Really, literally, we have made decrees that we should be seeing changes. How come, despite the decrees we have made, as pastors, as Christians, why are we not seeing, the physical manifestation? It now occurred to them, voila. We've been making decrees. They have been able to capture the likes of Mazen Americano, who was not in Nigeria, but they were able to have classified information, and were able to bring him all the way from Kenya. Even when he entered Kenya, Nigerians in Nigeria did not know that he was in Kenya, but they had that information, classified information, and they were able to bring him to Nigeria. Same thing with Sunday Bl0w. When Sunday Bl0w moved to Benin, most Nigerians didn't even know he has moved to Benin. They still thought he was in his town, in his house in Ibadan or your state. Little did they know that Sunday Bl0w has actually moved to Benin. But somehow the government of the day was able to trace Bl0w and kept him in detention right there in Benin, despite so many things that is going on. So it's really baffling, to discerning minds. How come the Boko Haram guys are having a few days and no one has been prosecuted? Worst case scenario, they call them repentant Boko Haramists and they give them amnesty, and they're even allowed to vote and be voted for in future. And these are the things that are now making men of God to ask questions. Said, come on, how did we get to this level where justice, equity, fairness should be cut across everyone, regardless of your region, regardless of where you're coming from, regardless of which zone you are from? It should be in as much as you're a Nigerian. If you have gone against the constitution of the law and the order of this country, you should be able to pay the price. Not that some persons will commit a very heinous crime and they'll be given amnesty, and some persons are actually working within their right and they will be prosecuted. So this some of the pertinent questions they're asking is here it is. Boko Haram, they've been trying to fight them for God knows how long. One have not been convicted. He said we should do the mathematics. So he said just that it's just a case of keep praying, and like we always say, the spiritual controls the physical. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. Do you agree with the logical conclusion of what Pastor Bl0w has got to say? From a discerning eyes, everybody makes their standpoint. What's your take? Do have an